Hi there, welcome back to Scrummy. I've got a lovely traditional Irish recipe for you. I'm merging two of my recipes into one to make Champ Boxty. Some of you are probably wondering what Champ is and Boxty. Well, I do have a pan Boxty recipe. It's a potato pancake recipe, and I'll share a link to it in the comments below. And I also have a recipe for Irish Champ. It's basically mashed potato with spring onion or chives in it, butter, and you put milk in it too. Some people put cream in it. It is delicious, I have to say. So I'm going to use the two recipes today, combine them together to make this really nice potato pancake for you. To get started, we need to grate some potatoes. You've got two options for grating your potatoes. You can do them by hand, but you need to use the really fine hole on your grater because you want the potatoes nice and fine. I'm going to use my food processor. In here I've got my blade for grating the potatoes, and when I've grated them I need to use the chopping blade to get them nice and fine. The potatoes I'm using today are roosters. You can use Pinks either, and I'll include some other varieties in the recipe down below. So let's grate these first. Just going to remove the blade now. Get these into a bowl for the minute. And now get the chopping one in there. And put the grated potato back in. You can see how nice and fine my potatoes are. Just get a bowl with a sieve and pour your potatoes in there. We want to strain some of the water off the potatoes. So just keep mixing like that. You can see the water coming off them. You don't want them completely dry either, so don't take all the water off them. All right, so that's looking pretty good. You can see the texture of the potatoes there. So I'm just going to set this to one side. We have to strain the water and use the starch in the recipe too, so let the water sit there for about 5 minutes. In here I've got some plain flour, and into this I'm going to add in a teaspoon of baking soda, bread soda. Also going to add in some salt, teaspoon as well. And I've got some spring onion here. You can use chives either. So get them all in there. The spring onion smells lovely. So give that a good mix. Now I'm going to add in my grated potato. And get that mixed in. I'm going to use my hands, just make sure they're clean. Mix it in like that. Next I'm going to add in my cooled mashed potatoes. And I'm going to use my hands to get these mixed in as well. You do need a big bowl for this recipe. There's equal amounts of grated potato, flour, and mashed potato in here. Get right down to the bottom so you get everything well mixed in. If you feel that there's too much mixture in this recipe for you, you could just half it to make a smaller amount. Happy with that? Now get your bowl with your liquid in it and pour the liquid off. And I'm going to add back in the starch. This will give the pancake a nice crispiness to it. So get that in there. Next, add the buttermilk and get everything mixed up together. If you feel the mixture is still too thick and heavy, you can add some more buttermilk. Just wait till you have it all mixed in and then you can decide. You want it a little loose, but you don't want it too runny at the same time. If If you add too much buttermilk, just add in a little bit of extra flour or mashed potato. That's looking quite good. Just to give you an idea of the texture, you can see that's nice and loose, it's still clumpy as well. So we can make our pancakes now. Let's get them onto a pan. We need to get these onto a nice hot pan. I've melted together some olive oil and a little butter as well, and it's starting to sizzle, so we can start frying our pancakes now. You can make these as big or small as you like. So get all your mixture in there. And now I'm going to shape it into a round shape. And it's important that you make these nice and thin, so you spread the potato mixture out. You don't want them too thick because it'll take too long to fry. So as I move the mixture out, I kind of put it into a round shape. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes on the first side, and then when you flip them over, they won't need as much time. Spread that out like that. Of course, if you want to do these quickly, you can have 2 pans on the go. So let that fry away for another 2 minutes. This is ready now to turn, and I'll just show you how I know. You can see that it's dried up nicely there, and it's starting to dry along the sides. So I'm going to flip it over. And it's a lovely golden colour, nice and crispy too. So I'm going to cook the other side for maybe about 1 to 2 minutes. Won't need as long as the first side. I'm going to check the other side now to make sure it's done. So I just flip it over my hand, and that's perfect. Look at that. It's nicely cooked. Brilliant. All right, everyone, I fried them all up, and I got 12 fairly big pans of Boxty. It's beautiful. I've tried one, and the flavour from the spring onion in there is just gorgeous. Now, to give you some ideas of how to serve these, I love them plain off the pan with a bit of butter. You can also reheat them the following day with some butter too, and they're really nice. I've also seen these served with sour cream on top and some spring onion or chive sprinkled over the sour cream. Gorgeous too. I did prepare 2 ways we like to have them. My husband loves to have them with some bacon and a nice runny egg on top. This is how I like to enjoy them. I'm not a fan of eggs, but normally here in County Leitrim or any of the surrounding counties where Boxty comes from, we'd have them as part of an Irish fry, which is sausage, tomato, egg, Boxty, black and white pudding, and some people like to add beans. My daughter loves beans. So that is how we love to have our Boxty, and the Champ Boxty is absolutely beautiful served with this too. So try out the recipe, everyone. Please do give it a go. It is lovely. If you think the mixture is too much, just split it in half or even a quarter, and you get a few nice pancakes. So there you have it, everyone, my Champ Boxty. Try it out. It'd be a great recipe for St. Patrick's Day. Have a lovely fry up like this, and it'll fill you for the day. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Happy baking, everyone, and enjoy.